What's up everyone, this is Super Sentai Guy, and I'm finally uploading this video. I've been super busy, so thanks for your patience. So I'm going to start this off with a brief little review of Power Morphicon 2014. If you watched Mean Mug 713's video, he mentions the RPM helmet debacle. And what a debacle it was. I ordered the green and black RPM helmets back in 2013. Upon receiving them, it occurred to me that, hey, why not just get all of them, all 5 of them, and do a full team, because that had never been done before. So, through tons of scrounging and being able to get the money together, I was finally able to do so. I sent the helmets off to Denmark to a buddy of mine to get finished in May. This is where the fun begins. Now, this guy did a really good job. I have zero complaints about his work or how it all turned out. So none of this is his fault. This is just the way things happened. He started the helmets in mid-July and literally got them finished the week before the con started, and he sent them out. We had intended to send them off through EMS shipping, but apparently 5 Power Ranger helmets shipped from Denmark to California via EMS will cost you $2,200. So we didn't do that. We took the risk with USPS, and, well, we got what we paid for. Now, he shipped these helmets out the Friday before the convention, so literally a week before the convention started. USPS has this function to where you can put in your phone number, and every time the tracking number updates, you'll get a text. So I had signed up for that. The tracking went through almost immediately on Friday and ran all the way through till Sunday, then nothing. I got nothing for 3 days. About 3:45 in the morning on Thursday, I got a text message from USPS saying that it had finally cleared customs and was in the United States. And I thought, okay, thank God this is actually going to happen. Too much work has gone into this with all parties involved for this to fall flat on its face. I missed my flight because the guy I was staying with, a buddy of mine, lives right next to the airport and can get me there in plenty of time. My flight was at 6:45. He drops me off at 5:20. Yay. So, had to wait an extra 2.5 hours. They were nice enough to not charge me to get on another flight. I get to California with no update. None whatsoever. But I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collective. I've been planning this whole thing for over a year. So everything's fine. It's all going to work out because they're in the United States. They're in the United States. So I don't have to worry because they're here. Friday morning comes, first day of the convention. No update. Starting to sweat a little bit. We had the helmets sent to someone in California who lived very close to the convention. I'm not going to say who it was, just going to give him a hearty thank you. Much appreciated. I spend the majority of the day in almost a state of panic because I have no idea where these things are. Everybody has their costumes, but we don't have helmets. Kind of irritating. So the grand plan was to enter the costume contest and kind of wow people. I wanted to have that wow factor, like, oh my god, I didn't expect to see that team here. That's really cool. None of that went as planned. Friday came and went. No updates. I could not sleep Thursday night. I could not sleep Friday night. Let me jump back here a little bit. I have an autographed Lost Galaxy Morpher that I've had since the Power Morphicon 2. It's missing now one signature. One signature from having the entire cast. I lost it at Power Morphicon. Got out of the Jeep from the air that a friend of mine picked me up. Got out of the Jeep. Lost it. Didn't see it again. So not only was I not able to sleep due to the helmets being in La La Land, I've lost my Morpher. Okay. Friday comes and goes. No sign of the helmets. Nothing. I've called Customs. Customs are rude. Rude people. They don't want to talk to you. Ever. Called USPS. Almost as rude, but to some degree helpful. But they don't know where it's at. Not a clue. They know just as much as I did. I didn't know anything! So Saturday morning comes, and I get a text message. Out for delivery. Oh, thank you, Jesus! They're going to be here! I do not have direct contact with the person who was supposed to be receiving these helmets. I was not allowed access to his phone number. And I understand why to some degree. But the person who did have contact with him was being a real pain in the ass about it. I was told that the person who was receiving the helmets usually receives his mail around noon. Well, noon comes. Nothing. No message. So the person who is in contact with this gentleman tells me that, and I quote, "Well, he was probably drinking last night, so he may be passed out." Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't care how true that is. That's his business. But don't tell me that! I mean, I've been on edge, pins and needles, all weekend so far, and you tell me the guy who's supposed to be getting the helmets is probably passed out due to a drunken stupor from the night before? What the hell is wrong with you? But I play it cool. So we decide we might as well just put the costumes on, because we're probably not going to get the helmets. 4:30 comes, the costume contest is at 6. I get the message that he was at the convention and has to go home and check to see if they've arrived yet. So 5:30 comes, and we finally get the call. The helmets have arrived, and they're on their way. So the guy who finished the helmets, who was at the convention, him and this other person who has had contact with the guy who was going to get the helmets, the three of us decide, okay, we're going to go up to the room, and we're going to put the padding in, because it's the only thing that needed to be done that wasn't done. And we're going to try to make this happen by 6 o'clock. And I was given the order. Let me stop right there. I don't take orders well. You can ask me to do something, and I'll do it for you. I'm a nice guy. I'll do that. I'll, try to help anybody anytime if I can. But you do this. No. I'm not 12. Okay? Let's just put that out there right now. This, followed by orders, not a good idea with me. I'm going to go get the helmets from Mr. X, we'll call him that. You two start cutting the foam to put inside the helmets. I say, no, I'm going to come with you. No, you're not. Just like that, too. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. He won't give them to you. Wait a minute. You're telling me that this guy won't give them to me? They're mine. All 5 of them are mine. And he won't give them to me? Well, he doesn't know you. What does that have to do with anything? I've got the receipt. I've got all the payments that were made. I have proof. They're mine. And you're telling me that this guy won't give them to me. Well, I've already set this up, and he doesn't like to mess with other people, especially people he doesn't know. He's very paranoid, and he knows I'm going to be there, so I'm the one that's going to take care of this. God, I've been trying to get this whole thing to work out all weekend. And I snapped, and people stared. But I turned around and I said, you know what? No, you don't get to say that. Actually, I've been working on this for almost 1.5 years, and if anybody wants it to go right, it's me! Don't come in and try to take this over. It's not yours. Yes, you went through and you got part of the costume finish for your character. Thank you. But it's not yours. It's not yours to take over. Sadly, the louder I got, the louder that person got. And I finally just sped up and said, get it taken care of! We got to the room, and this person went to go to the garage to get the helmets. 45 minutes later, so we missed the costume contest. Costume contest is over. For us, anyway. So this person leaves, and the guy who helped me finish the helmets, he just kind of looks at me, and there was an awkward silence, and I said, I'm really sorry about that. And without missing a beat, he goes, I didn't know you were capable of that kind of anger. That's really, it's quite surprising. Now, that's a horrible British accent, I'm sorry, but whatever. And we had a good laugh about it. The helmets finally made it to the room. We got them out, we started putting the padding inside of them. So about 6:30, this person that has frustrated me beyond belief sends a text to RPM Silver and Gold saying, hey, we want to get together and do a photo shoot. Now, RPM Silver and Gold have been in costume all day. They were troopers, and I cannot thank them enough for going through with this and dealing with all of the frustration that was involved. This is a huge thank you to them, because they really they put up with so much bullcrap. So, if you're seeing this, thank you both. I've already said it a million times. I'm going to say it again. Thank you. I was told that they were done. They didn't want to put their costumes back on. They were going to dinner. They were tired of dealing with all of it. And it was a punch in the gut. So I text Gold. And I said, hey, I really am sorry about everything. If you guys really would, just for a few minutes, put them back on so we can at least get a photo of the 7 of us together. And apparently, there were some things that were lost in translation, because they didn't say they wouldn't put them back on. They said they needed a break. Which just further infuriated me, because I was told one thing and then turned around and told something else by the actual person. And I try to live by the motto of believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. I really do try to live by that. So they said that they would try after they were rested and their feet weren't hurting as bad, because for those of you who don't know, Power Ranger costume boots, they'll ruin your feet. They just hurt. But then again, no good costume is ever comfortable. No really well done costume is ever comfortable. We meet the blue RPM Ranger, the actual guy. I believe I'm saying his name correctly, Ari Boyland. And he's ecstatic about us all having the costumes. I mean, this is his very first convention ever, and to see not only his color being represented, but the 7 of us was just, he was ecstatic. And he wanted to get some photos with all of us and whatnot. We tried to arrange that, and things just didn't work out. The 5 of us ended up getting something to eat probably around 7 or 8 o'clock. To cut all the other boring stuff out, we didn't actually get the photo shoot done until midnight. My feet hurt. Everybody's feet hurt. Everybody was tired, frustrated. My nerves were on end. Still didn't know where my morpher was either, by the way. Just going to throw that back out there. It was just a horrible, horrible experience. All things considered, we got the photos, you know, and they're out there if you want to see them. You can check my Instagram, Super Sentai Guy. They're out there. Same thing with Facebook, Super Sentai Guy. So that did happen. We tried to rearrange the photo shoot with Ari for the next day, but Silver had to leave early, so that didn't happen. And I thought, okay, Sunday's coming. We've done what I set out to do for the most part. I'm just going to enjoy the last day. I get into the convention early, and I literally run into Ari. And he apologized for not being able to get in contact with us, and, you know, who can blame him? He sat there and signed autographs for fans all weekend. Nobody's mad at him for that. He asks us to put the costumes back on, even without Silver there, and we did it! So we round everybody up, and we get the pictures. End of the day comes, UPS has a mail station set up at the con. I take helmets yellow and red to mail them back to myself. Mean Mug has his helmet. That was his helmet to begin with. And black is mine, and I have the other 2 as well. I pay for the highest amount of insurance that I can afford to send these 2 back to me. I watch them pack the helmets, no problem. And they said, okay, they'll be in Arkansas in a week. I get home, I wait the week, they show up on time, and I have an unboxing video I can't show you the helmet in this video, so you'll need to check that out. UPS owes me $500 because the plastic they wrapped the red helmet in, there was some kind of like laser printed ink on it, and it transferred over and got the whole yellow part of the beak labeled with like lettering, black lettering. It essentially ruined the entire thing. So, in short, now that you've sat through this, Power Morphicon was an awesome convention. I could have had a great time. The last two of them that I've been to, loved them. Couldn't have had a better time. This time was an absolute effing nightmare. So I'm going to give you some tips real quick about doing cosplay. And this is things, I've been doing cosplay for almost 10 years. And these are things that I've learned in that time frame. Number one, budget. Save your money. Pick the big con that you want to do at the end of the year and save your money. Pick a small number of people that you know you can trust to have their money saved, that you can tolerate for longer than an hour and a half, and don't want to take a baseball bat and beat them in the head with, and get a room at the convention together. I can't stress any of that enough, because half of the stress I dealt with was because I didn't do that. I did get a room to myself, and it cut the stress level in half, but I still had a couple people that I just... Never again. Never again. Never again. It's not worth it. Conventions are supposed to be fun. Conventions are supposed to be a relaxing event, something you can look back on and have fond memories of. Not what I went through. I've lost hair over this, okay? My hairline is thinning. You can't see it. I haven't fixed my hair today. This is a very unprepared video. But no. So, yeah, that's my video. That's my story. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I am going to be posting some more things. I'm going to be doing all different kinds of things. Reviews on any and everything. Anything you can think of, everything you can think of. I plan to do some comedy sketches, so check back. I'm going to try to do weekly updates, even if they are short. I'm going to be posting some older videos that I did for Facebook specifically a couple of months back. A little segment I did on there called Hey, Look What I Found. A lot of people really liked it on Facebook. I just never got a chance to put it on YouTube. So these are going to be older videos, but please check them out. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.